The beginning of the Raiders Super Bowl run, beginning at Cleveland, has tributes to everything involved. To the American Underdog movie release, because the significance of that has to do with the fact that Kurt Warner was the announcer in the game wearing the silver puffer jacket. I talked about that in a prior video. It's going to be linked in the last 20 seconds of the video. It's also a tribute to Jim Plunkett, the Super Bowl winning quarterback of the Raiders, number 16. It's because the Raiders won the game by a score of 16 to 14. They had 13 points before the 14th, 15th, 16 points of the game. 13 has everything to do with the Super Bowl at LA with their last championship as the LA Raiders. The 16th points is all a tribute to Jim Plunkett, the Super Bowl 15 MVP, exactly 15 days from his birthday. The Raiders were 7-7 after that game because of the fact that it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers that has Gematria 77. But also, it is also a tribute to John Madden. The beginning of the Super Bowl run, even during his last years living, is all a tribute to him. He wore number 77 with the Philadelphia Eagles before he couldn't have a pro career because he had a knee injury. But he wore number 77. The Super Bowl run begins with the 7-7 record. This is all a tribute to John Madden, the player. It is also a tribute to Super Bowl 11 because Super Bowl 11 was played in the year 1977. Now, that was the season in 1976, but the Super Bowl was played in the year 1977 on the very last day of the season, which is January the 9th. So it has everything to do with his number as a player with the year that he won the Super Bowl. It shows you how Super Bowl 11 was completely scripted. Now keep in mind that December the 20th leaves you with how many days left in the year? December 20 leaves you with 11 days remaining left until the end of the year. The beginning of the Super Bowl run is all connected with Super Bowl 11 and how many days were left in the year. The John Madden documentary was a real-life eulogy of the life of John Madden. And as I talked about before, the Super Bowl 11 matchup between the Vikings and the Raiders, the two winning teams in that game was the matchup. The two winning teams of that day were the two teams involved in Super Bowl 11. The Minnesota Vikings, on top of that, were 7-7. That has everything to do with Madden's number in the year in which the Raiders won the Super Bowl. The Vikings won the game with 17 points. The Oakland Raiders defeated the Browns by a score of 16 points. There is a total of 33 points on that day, December the 20th, because it has to do with the fact that there have been 33 prior quarterbacks who won the Super Bowl. And Derek Carr is quarterback number 34 to win the Super Bowl. Charles Woodson, born on October the 7th. The Raiders finished 10-7 in tribute to Charles Woodson's birthday. Cleveland is Gematria 33. Masonry is Gematria 33. Gruden is Gematria 33. And Woodson has Gematria 33. Remember, Charles Woodson, the Raiders went at Inglewood for payback for the Tuck Rule game involving Charles Woodson stripping the fumble. Derek Carr, his birthday March 28. When you add all the single digits, it's where we're getting 33 prior quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl. 33 combined points between the Vikings and the Raiders on that day. Kurt Warner was the announcer of the Raiders-Browns game. This was the last game before the American Underdog documentary was released. Now, the John Madden All Maden Documentary was released on the same day as the American Underdog documentary. The Super Bowl run began with Kurt Warner in the booth wearing his puffer jacket, talking up the Raiders. The Raiders scored 16 points that game. It's Kurt that has Gematria of 16. And that ain't by coincidence. This is all by design. Derek Carr is the 34th quarterback to win the Super Bowl at the stadium of the LA Rams. Warner has Gematria 34. The American Underdog movie released on the same day as the Madden documentary. It is Derek Carr that's going to be the 34th quarterback to win the Super Bowl to have another All-American Underdog Super Bowl run. This time, it is the Raiders. This is the whole significance of Derek Carr being the 34th quarterback to win the Super Bowl, with the Super Bowl run beginning on a day involving Kurt Warner in the broadcasting booth, the last day before Warner's movie and the Madden documentary get released. And we see the influence of the Freemasons here with Derek Carr's single, non-reduced numerology, and the 33 prior quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl, and the beginning of the Super Bowl run, because Cleveland is Gematria 33. The Super Bowl run began with Cleveland. The Super Bowl run involving 33 prior quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl. And look at Charles Woodson's birthday, October 7th to January the 9th. 95 days, 3 months and 3 days until the Raiders clinched the postseason berth. 95 days with the season began against Baltimore, with the regular season concluding against the Los Angeles Chargers. John Madden died with the Raiders having an 8-7 record for the season. Broken fibula injuries, Gematria 87. It is Philadelphia Eagles, John Madden's team, that he played for very briefly as Gematria 87. Now, this will be a preview for the Buffalo Bills in the AFC Championship game, because it is Bills, or rather, the Bills has Gematria 87. The Bills has Gematria 33. They also have Gematria 33. Derek Carr is going to be quarterback number 34. He is going to defeat the Bills in the AFC Championship game, because January the 30th is the day of the AFC Championship game, January 30th of 2022, and then computing that with John Madden's death day gives you a time span of 33 days. So this is how we know that they're facing off against the Bills. How you know it's not Mahomes having Gematria 33 is the fact that this is 4 weeks and 5 days later. 4 weeks and 5 days later, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't it Buffalo Bills that has Gematria 45? So 4 weeks and 5 days later means that we will be seeing the Raiders defeat the Bills in the AFC Championship game. Some Bills Raiders videos are going to be linked at the end here, just so you can see why it's the Bills instead of the Kansas City Chiefs. Perfect. So Buffalo having Gematria, the Bills having Gematria of 87 is going to have to do with the Raiders' record at the time that John Madden died. More to come in the playoff bracket video, once again, with the Bills. Of course, the broken fibula injury before the Indianapolis Colts game. Broken fibula injury, 213, the Super Bowl on February the 13th. 74 days, 2 months and 13 days from Woodson's birthday to December 20th. He is born at Ohio. He's from Fremont, Ohio. The Super Bowl run begins at Ohio. Tom Brady 7-4 in the Super Bowl. A perfect match. A completely perfect match. More to come on that. 18 seasons with the Raiders. The Raiders finished 10-7. Charles Woodson played 18 seasons. The Raiders' 18th win as the Las Vegas Raiders means they're in the playoffs. No doubt about it. But with the 33 prior quarterbacks, the Raiders begin the season winning a game with 33 points. 33 combined points between the Vikings and the Raiders on December 20th. On top of that, the Raiders' first 2 games since losing to the Chiefs, they scored how many points? They scored 33 points. 17 against the Broncos and 16 against the Browns. Derek Carr threw a total of 33 completions in that loss to Kansas City. And the Raiders, the overtime game was tied at 33 before the Raiders won 36-33. Now, going back to the Vikings and the Raiders winning on the day that the Raiders Super Bowl run began 11 days before the end of the year, John Carlson won the game for the Raiders. John Carlson, the Raiders kicker. He was on the Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are one of the winning teams, and this is all going to be a tribute to Super Bowl 11. It is also Gus Bradley, that is a Minnesota native. He's the 38th pick in the draft. He's the new Adam Vinatieri. The Raiders win the Super Bowl 38 years later. And this is the wrong John Carlson. I'm probably thinking about Daniel Carlson. Daniel Carlson was with the Vikings in the year 18. Drafted in the year 18, next team to win the Super Bowl. More 33 connections. The Raiders won the game with a 33-yard field goal, the first game since the death of John Madden. So you see the tributes to Jim Plunkett, the Super Bowl 15 MVP. You see the tributes to Super Bowl 11 with the Vikings and the Raiders on the day that the Super Bowl run began. Then John Madden dies some 8 days later, and the Raiders go 8 for 8 because of the fact that it's John Madden that's got gematria of 88. The fact that Charles Woodson is born 10-7, and the Raiders are going to end the year regular season with a 10-7 record. You see the fact that John Madden was with the Eagles. This was the Raiders' record at the time that John Madden died. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers is gematria 77. John Madden wore number 77. The Raiders' Super Bowl run begins with a 7-7 record. Derek Carr is the 34th quarterback to win the Super Bowl. It's Kurt Warner that has gematria 34, and the Raiders' Super Bowl run began with Kurt Warner in the booth, and that was the last game played before the Warner documentary was released on the same day of John Madden's documentary. So the next All American Underdog run, outside of Kurt Warner, maybe outside of Nick Foles and the Eagles, in connection to Tom Brady's last Super Bowl loss and John Madden's team, and with the fact that the Raiders are the next underdog team to win. I mean, why? You cannot make this stuff up right there.